welcome to It's Just a Game. I'm Josefa Salinas.
And I'm Greg Bell.
We're here to talk about, well, because it's football season, football. And one of the reasons that we're talking about football is because, ladies, face it, some of us don't know a lot about football. Now, me personally...
You say some? Okay.
I know a little bit about football, a little bit more than most ladies. But there are some ladies out there that don't know anything about football. But ladies, if we're going to make it through this season, we've got to learn about football. So that's what we're here today, to talk about football and let you realize that it's just a game. Now, Greg and I go, well, a little bit far back, not way back, because we're both so young anyway.
Exactly.
But we were college rivals. Greg went to Notre Dame. Why, I don't know, because Michigan is the better school, but he went to Notre Dame.
We're going to take that for right now. It's early in the season. We'll start chewing a little bit at each other, but we'll take it for now.
All right. Greg was a 9-year vet of the NFL. He played for the Bills, the Rams, and the Raiders. In 1984, Greg made All-Rookie and had his first 1,000-yard season, plus earned you a trip to the Rose Bowl. Oh, to the Pro Bowl.
To the Pro Bowl.
To the Pro Bowl. All right. Over in Hawaii every year. 88-89 led the NFL in touchdowns, scores, and had 3 200-yard games.
I did a little running.
Yeah, I can. So that I guess that means that you know a little bit about football.
You know what? Once you get to that level, I think all of us will say we're experts at it. But the one thing that your viewers will hear is my strong emphasis on running the ball.
Okay. Well, first let's learn about the ball to begin with. So, ladies, what exactly is football? Now, some people automatically think soccer when you say football. So there is a difference.
Definitely a difference. You're in the United States now, so you're going to learn what we call America's greatest game. And for all those purists that think that, of course, America's pastime used to be baseball, but now it's football. This is the greatest game that God's ever created. And of course, it starts with this little leather ball here that's made actually in my state, Ohio.
They had to do something in Ohio.
Got to do something. But it's 11 to 11 1/4 inches long, weighs between 14 and 15 pounds. And some people say, well, why does it weigh a little different? It's because the quarterbacks. You know, that's the prime position. He gets to say how much air he wants pumped into it. The harder for the running backs, the better. Sometimes the softer for the quarterback, the better to throw the ball. But that's where the game starts, and then, of course, it walks its way to the field.
So, to get to the field, you have to have teams.
Yeah,
we got to have some teams to play on the football field.
Talking about the National Football League, let's take a good look at that. We've got 16 teams that are divided up into 8 separate divisions. There's, of course, 2 conferences, the AFC and the NFC. Within those conferences, we have the 4 divisions. And since it's elementary, you have a North, a South, a East, and a West division. Real simple to follow. Your favorite teams are generally located within that geographic part of the United States. From there, you have playoffs, and you have the Super Bowl, the granddaddy of all. That's really the granddaddy. And we'll talk about that as we get a little further. But really, the game starts when those 11 men on offense and those 11 men on defense walk out on the field.
Okay, so now we know that there are 2. Say it again for me.
AFC, which is the American Football Conference.
And the?
NFC, the National Football Conference.
And what separates that? How do is it one side of the country's one, the other side of the country's the other?
That's a great question. A lot of people try and figure out why is it called the AFC, why is it called the NFC. Let's do it the real way. Okay. The National Football League, which was created back in Canton, Ohio, started as the National Football Association. Because of any business opportunity, somebody created the American Football Association.
Of course.
So you had 2 separate leagues. But when they finally came into the 60s and they merged, they had to call it something. So they called it the National Football League, but they allowed the American Football Conference and the National Football Conference, they kept their alliances. So most of the teams you'll see in the American Football Conference are like the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas Cities, the Lamar Hunts. Those were the new age guys. Then you got the guys from Pittsburgh, the Rooney family, who started part of the NFL. Those guys were over on the NFC side of it, and that's really why it's called the NFC and the AFC.
So, ladies, that's a key point for conversation over a meal with your significant other. You can say, honey, why is there an NFC and an AFC? And he's like, I'm not really sure. I can tell you. Because now you can tell me, and that's what the game is all about. It's just a game, but we're here to help you make sure that you know all about this game. And we'll make sure that up on the website, there'll be a listing of all the teams that are in the NFC, all the teams that are in the AFC that create the NFL, that create the greatest game ever played.
That's true. The greatest game today.